Hi, Kenajoku here, and I just wanted to share a quick short video with you regarding looking after your tenant. Now, there's a saying that says the customer's always right. So when you're dealing with landlords, and as a landlord and having tenants, your tenant is your customer. So just remember that the tenant is actually your customer. A lot of the times we just treat tenants as tenants, but they're actually your customer because they're paying, as a landlord, they're paying for your rent, they're paying all your bills, and they're looking after your property. So you need to look after that tenant as your customer. Now, what do I mean by this? A lot of the times we sort of say that the tenant might ring up and say, oh, I'm having a problem with the light switch, or I'm having a problem with the toilet, or there's some kind of problem or challenge somewhere. And most landlords might just fob them off and sort of not deal with that problem. Now, me as a landlord, I've been a landlord for the last 27 years, got a number of properties that I'm managing myself, and also I've outsourced to agents to look after for me. So as a property owner myself, what I tend to do is have a really good relationship with the tenant. So any problems that they have, get them sorted out as quickly as possible. Now, when you do this, when it comes to your rent, guess what? They pay your rent as soon as possible. So look after the tenant, and the tenant will look after you. And that's really the advice I would give you today. Good morning. The advice I'll give you today is really look after your tenant as a client, as a customer, and they will look after your property and pay your rent. Really, that's what it boils down to. Because a lot of the times we tend to, we tend to put our head in the sand as landlords and hope that the problem will go away, but it doesn't quite work like that. Look after the tenant, look after your client, and the client will look after you, or look after your rent. So take that as a bit of advice. Customer is always right. Look after them and they'll look after you. All right, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.